When we were here in 2024, we were skeptical if we'll be back in 2026. But by the grace of God, we are here again. And that gives me hope. 2 years, it's not a small thing. And when you're building something, it takes time. But because of hope, you continue doing the same thing over and over again until you achieve the success you're looking for.
We want to thank God so much for the wonderful 2 days we've been here.
I'd really love to say I'm very proud of the work that Yava is doing, but I'd love to know the work that you did to bring in the shades in the room. How was that conversation, the first conversation you did with the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council?
Nikimaanisha kwamba the community, they are being harassed in each and every corner, from the clergy, from the community itself. Sasa hapa tukiwa sisi tumekutana hapa, hilo ni jambo ambalo kwamba mimi husema is a progress.
When we talk about what it's like to be othered, what it's like to be left out, what it is like for religion to say you don't belong, the very thing that makes us human, that nurtures our souls, faith, when it says you do not belong, where do we go? What happens to us?
There is an obligation, only one obligation, that has 3 equal dimensions. Love God with all your heart, all your mind, all your strength. Number 2, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do not do to your neighbor, do not say to your neighbor, do not think about your neighbor that which would have been hurtful if it was being thought about you, said about you, or done to you.
And they are still part of God's creation. So that invites us to not just tolerating people as a practice. Don't tolerate, accept people because you share in the humanity that is given by God.
So there's already existing laws that protect all of us, but then what we've seen is an increased organizing of backlash. Anti-LGBT and anti-rights are organizing to make sure that these laws are now taken over with this proposed family protection bills and these other laws. So there's a need to continue to implement a human rights-based approach. In everything we do, there's a need to continue looking at the humanity. Do no harm is also very important. How do I make sure that I'm not harming my neighbor? How do I make sure that I'm not harming the person who's coming to my church? Yeah. How do I make sure that the person who's coming to the mosque is not being harmed just because the law says something else?
Acceptance, for me, is not defined by the person giving the acceptance, is the person looking for the acceptance. This is what I mean. If you want to accept me in your terms, you are still holding the power over me. But if you want to accept me from a point of dialogue and discussion, understand my experience, understand who I am, acceptance becomes something that I came to seek, but from my lived experience and not your position of power and privilege.
Mimi ningependa kutoa shukrani za dhati kwa mfumo mzima na kitengo cha Yava kuweza kutupatia nafasi kuja kujumuika katika hadhara hii au forum hii ambao kwamba imeweza kukusanya viongozi wa kidini wa tabaka mbalimbali. Members, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for teaching us how to adopt a multi-sectoral approach to the challenge of inclusion. It's not a problem, but it's a challenge.
Let's be among the people who have understood and appreciated our differences, our diversities, to make sure that we live in a better world. We live in harmony with everyone.
Thank all of you who came from Kenya. Kenya constantly shows up on human rights. They have been consistently aggressive. We appreciate what you do and keep showing up. Like we said, the sacrifice for human rights is a consistent one. We must consistently fight, consistently show up. That's how change happens. We cannot only have these conversations every 2 years. We need the conversations to be consistent. Every 6 months, let's come back and check in with each other.